Canon EOS R9 rumors, specs, price, and why it matters. Canon has once again sparked excitement in the photography community with fresh leaks surrounding its rumored EOS R9 mirrorless camera. For months, the Canon EOS R7 has been the top pick for photographers looking for an advanced APS-C option that didn't compromise much on performance. But now, whispers about the EOS R9 suggest it could be an even more powerful contender, perhaps even redefining the APS-C category. And like many rumor cycles that fade quickly, the EOS R9 story has stuck. Why? Because the leaked specifications suggest something bold, a camera that blends professional-grade stills and video performance in a compact APS-C package. Canon isn't just filling a gap in its lineup, it looks like it might be creating a new category altogether. So what's the big deal about the R9? Could it truly outperform the R7 and rival some full-frame systems, or will its rumored downsides hold it back? Let's take a closer look. APS-C in the modern camera market. Before diving into the specs, it's worth asking, why does APS-C even matter today? Full-frame has been marketed heavily in recent years, with companies like Sony and Canon pushing it as the gold standard for professionals. APS-C, high contrast, has traditionally been associated with smaller, lighter, and more affordable gear for enthusiasts. But that perception is changing. Fujifilm has built an entire ecosystem around high-end APS-C cameras like the X-T5 and X-H2S, showing that smaller sensors can absolutely deliver professional results. Sony's A6700 has also proven popular among hybrid shooters. Canon's rumored R9, then, could be its attempt to bring APS-C back into the spotlight, this time with features so advanced that it challenges assumptions about what a crop sensor camera can do. The sensor, 30.5 megapixels of precision at the core of the R9, is its rumored 32.5 MP APS-C sensor. On paper, this might not seem like a massive jump from the R7's 32.5 MP, but it represents something bigger. Canon doubling down on high-resolution APS-C as a serious alternative to full-frame. Why does resolution matter? In photography, it isn't just about bigger numbers, it's about flexibility. With a sensor this detailed, photographers can crop aggressively while maintaining image quality. Wildlife shooters, for example, could take a shot with a 400mm lens and crop it so tightly it feels like a 600mm equivalent. This essentially gives extra reach without the cost and weight of a massive telephoto lens. Portrait shooters also benefit. Large, detailed files mean they can produce enormous prints where every eyelash, every strand of hair, and every fabric detail pops with clarity. Even for casual shooters, high resolution provides creative freedom. You can crop creatively in post without worrying about losing sharpness. For videographers, resolution opens even more doors. A high megapixel APS-C sensor allows for oversampled 4K footage, providing cleaner detail and less noise. It also enables digital reframing. Creators can crop into 8K or 6K footage to punch in on a subject without switching lenses or compromising quality. This kind of flexibility used to be reserved for expensive cinema cameras. Video, 8K and 4K 120 FPS. If there's one spec that has made people sit up and pay attention, it's this: the Canon EOS R9 is rumored to shoot 8K video at 30 FPS. That's a massive leap for an APS-C body. Only a handful of cameras currently shoot 8K, most of them full-frame, high-end, and very expensive. Canon bringing 8K to a crop sensor camera signals a serious intent to court professional videographers and hybrid creators. Even more exciting is the rumored 4K at 120 FPS capability. This would enable ultra-smooth slow-motion footage, a feature highly prized by wedding filmmakers, action sports videographers, and YouTubers who want cinematic-looking B-roll. Imagine capturing a skateboard trick in buttery slow motion or filming a bride's veil floating gracefully in the wind. It's the kind of feature that elevates ordinary shots into emotional, cinematic moments. Of course, there's a catch: recording at these resolutions and frame rates generates enormous amounts of data and heat. Previous Canon models like the EOS R5 faced criticism for overheating when shooting 8K. If Canon has managed to solve this with better cooling and processing in the R9, it could set a new standard for reliability in hybrid systems. For content creators who want one camera that can handle everything, this would be a game changer. Autofocus, the brain of the camera. Autofocus has become one of the defining features of modern cameras, and the EOS R9 looks set to deliver. It's rumored to include Canon's dual-pixel CMOS AF2 system, enhanced with eye-driven subject tracking. This isn't just marketing talk. Canon's autofocus is already considered among the best, but the R9 could take it further by using AI to recognize and predict subject movements more intelligently. For sports photographers, imagine tracking a soccer player weaving unpredictably through defenders, with the camera locking focus and refusing to let go. For wildlife photographers, picture a bird darting through branches where most cameras would lose focus. The R9 could stay locked on. For videographers, subject recognition could ensure faces stay sharp even when people turn away or are partially obstructed. Paired with a 20 FPS burst rate, this autofocus system could make the R9 one of the most reliable action cameras available, even rivaling flagship full-frame bodies in responsiveness. Real-world use cases to understand who the EOS R9 is really for. Let's look at practical applications. Wildlife photography, the high-resolution sensor and crop factor give reach, while fast burst shooting ensures fleeting moments aren't missed. Sports photography, AI tracking and 20 FPS bursts mean action stays sharp. Travel photography, the smaller APS-C body offers portability, with resolution to capture landscapes in incredible detail. Wedding videography, -4K 120 FPS slow motion is perfect for cinematic sequences. YouTube and content creation, -8K capture future-proofs footage, while oversampled 4K ensures today's uploads look pristine. Documentary filmmaking, the hybrid shooters benefit from one camera that can do both high-quality stills and pro-level video. In short, the R9 promises flexibility across many genres, making it appealing to creators who don't want to compromise. The downsides and challenges: no camera is perfect, and the EOS R9 is no exception. Several challenges stand out. 1. File sizes and workflow. Shooting 32.5 MP RAW stills and 8K video means massive files. Photographers will need large, fast memory cards and powerful computers for editing. Casual shooters may find this frustrating. 2. Lens ecosystem. Canon's RF mount is still growing, and APS-C-specific RF lenses are limited. While full-frame RF lenses work on APS-C bodies, they're often large and expensive, defeating the compact and affordable promise of APS-C.3. Price point: the rumored $2,500 launch price is tricky. It's too expensive for casual enthusiasts but close enough to full-frame options like the Canon EOS R9 Mark II that professionals might wonder why they should settle for APS-C.4. Overkill factor: not everyone needs 30.5 MP files or 8K video. For many photographers, there are 7 or even cheaper alternatives may already be more than enough. Competitor comparisons to understand the R9's place in the market. Let's compare it briefly with rivals. Sony A6700 offers strong video features including 4K 120 FPS with a crop and advanced autofocus, but lacks 8K. Canon could leapfrog Sony if the R9 delivers on its promises. Fujifilm X-H2A 40MP APS-C powerhouse with 8K video, priced around $2,000. The R9 will compete directly here, though Canon's autofocus may give it the edge. Nikon's E50 successor, rumored Z70. Nikon hasn't pushed APS-C to pro levels yet, leaving Canon and Fujifilm to fight for dominance. In short, Canon seems to be aiming the R9 directly at Fujifilm's high-end APS-C models, while offering something more hybrid than Sony's A6700. Market position: who's it really for? APS-C has always attracted photographers who want smaller, lighter gear without losing too much quality. But if the EOS R9 ends up being as large and pricey as rumors suggest, its target audience becomes less clear. Perhaps Canon is aiming at hybrid creators, those who want one camera that can handle both serious photography and cinema-quality video. These are people who don't want to invest into separate systems and who value versatility over specialization. Another possible audience is wildlife and sports shooters who appreciate the extra reach of APS-C but still demand pro-level performance. For them, the R9 could be the perfect balance of portability, resolution, and speed. Final thoughts: a turning point for APS-C. So where does that leave us? If the leaks are accurate, the Canon EOS R9 could very well redefine what an APS-C camera can be. Its 32.5 MP sensor, 8K video recording, 4K at 120 FPS, AI autofocus, and 20 FPS burst rate position it as a powerhouse that rivals some full-frame bodies. But it's not without risks. $2,500 price tag, limited APS-C lens options, and demanding storage requirements may make some photographers hesitate. For many, alternatives like the EOS R6 Mark II or even the R7 may remain more practical choices. Yet there's no denying that the R9 is shaping up to be one of the most exciting releases in recent years. It challenges the idea that APS-C is inherently less professional and forces us to reconsider where crop sensor cameras fit in the broader mirrorless landscape. The next year will reveal whether Canon can deliver on the hype. Until then, all we can do is speculate. But if even half of these rumors turn out to be true, the EOS R9 could mark a turning point not just for Canon, but for APS-C cameras as a whole.